The information provided by the speakers and/or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
You give your hand to me and let me say hello, and nothing more can speak. My heart is beating so, and everyone can tell. You think you know me well, well you don't know me.
Hey guys, I am Nigel O'Connor, a singer for all seasons. I am that voice that moves you for every occasion. I am that voice that celebrates life moments one note at a time. I am Nigel O'Connor. You can contact me at 783-0054 or 754-3154. And oh yes, that's me singing in the background.
Nowadays I'm not speaking songs.
Promotion presents We Outside Tobago Carnival 3, October 24th to 27th, an all-inclusive package, inclusive of breakfast, lunch, and accommodations. Smith Drive, Lowlands, Tobago, opposite Gulf City Mall. Limited spots. Book yours now. Call 713-4029. Accommodation options: 1 bedroom with a kitchenette, 2 beds, up to 4 people, or 2 bedrooms self-contained, 6 people max, queen size, plus single beds. Check-in time 2:30 p.m. Check out 11 a.m. Limited spots available. Prices with breakfast and lunch: $2,000 per person. Breakfast only $1,700 per person. Half payment due by July 31st. Pay off by September 30th. Non-refundable. Payment plans available. For more info and to book your spots, call 713-4029. We Outside Tobago Carnival 3 from October 24th to 27th. All courtesy Brown Eyes Promotion. We do not own the copyrights for the song playing in the background.
Our peace of mind is our priority. Promotional Security, your trusted partner in safety. With 24-hour monitoring and patrols, we've got your back day and night. Affordable, reliable, and always on guard. Promotional Security offers top-notch protection for your home, business, and everything in between. No matter the size, no matter the time, Prozone is committed to safeguarding what matters most to you. Contact us today at 767-7376 or visit us on Facebook and Instagram at KDF and Associates. Need security you can count on? Call us today. Prozone Security, affordable, reliable, 24/7 protection. Prozone Security, always on guard.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then I shall hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their land.
Awo, 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 awo. Awo, 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 awo. Kadaya, daya, gadaya, you crying, kadaya, daya, gadaya, because they're coming on the nation. Awo, 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 awo. Awo, 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 awo. Everybody frightened, they're running for cover. No respecter of persons, them bandit, them killer. They're raping and looting, they killing you dead. Dead, nobody escaping. Booyaka, bullet in your head. Oh my country, overnight, get so angry, on uptight. I search out the answer, and this is what I discover. Or you push the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. No knowledge of God for your children. Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. They might have nothing in it but O's and A's and CXC, but no knowledge of the Almighty. Just because you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. You reaping the fruits of your actions. So tell me, where you balling for? Where are you crying for? Where you balling for? Where are you crying for? Is you who push the creator out. Yeah. Every generation that comes is nothing more than a reproduction of the one gone before. All your double standards and your false value, they come back and catch you off guard and confusing you. What you're seeing is yourself manifesting, nothing else. Check the children's performance, then look deep in your conscience. You go see, or you push the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. No knowledge of God for your children. Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. They might have nothing in it but O's and A's and CXC, but no knowledge of the Almighty. Just because you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. You reaping the fruits of your actions. So tell me, where you balling for? Where are you crying for? Where you balling for? Where are you crying for? Is you who push the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth. Don't condemn the children for their iniquity, because it's all you who made them and shaped their mentality. What you did in secret, you're doing openly. Don't run away from it, it's your own cruelty. A mango can't bear a fig, a donkey can't make a pig. You sow seeds of darkness, now you're reaping wickedness. Just because you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. No knowledge of God for your children. Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. Little girls who are photogenic, prostituting their body on the heat, the bomb and punch with pornography. Just because you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. You're reaping the fruits of your actions. So tell me, where you balling for? Where are you crying for? Where you balling for? Where are you crying for? Is you who push the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. You're reaping the fruits of your actions. Awo, 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 awo. Awo, 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 awo. You're balling, gadaya, daya, gadaya. I see you, gadaya, daya, gadaya. Awo, 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 awo. It's coming on the nation. Awo, 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 awo. Gadaya, daya, gadaya. You will hold your belly and ball. Gadaya, daya, gadaya. Awo, 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 awo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Awo, 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 awo. Lord, I'm moving. Awo, 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 awo. Dan, 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 dan. Awo, 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 awo. Awo, 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 awo.
The information provided by the speakers and/or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
Sentence God to death with falsehood and folly. They blindfold simple people for power and the profit that they get. Some would burn you at the stake, rack you and wheel you out for mere denial or even doubt. With violence and bribery they try. Is your soul they want to buy? Jesus said, come freely, all who labor and are weary, come rest in me. Christ say, rest in me. And I say, two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken, while God's truth and his people are lifted high. So high, Father never needed religion or systems of earth. His truth stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. No man true government is when God leads my leaders. Oh, oh yeah, true government is when God instructing the leader. You're listening to the Father. Oh, oh, oh. From the president to the parliament, transforming the government, yeah. Affecting the vagrant on the pavement. We want a leader that is heaven sent. Oh, 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 oh. Mathematicians, physicians, politicians, atheists, etc. deny God or decide to just patronize Hey, they tolerate Christianity as just a social matter. To bury, for marriage, and to baptize. Hey man, check the first two presidents of the United States of America. They were Orthodox, practicing Christians, because the mysteries of God's plan are nonsense to carnal man. The master say walk by faith, never to extrapolate, cause he's too great. I know he's too great, and I say two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Yeah, yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken to the root, while God's truth and his people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. No, his word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. Oh man, true government is when God leading the leader, instructing the leader. We want a government that's tried and true to represent me and you from the Christian crew. Without a word from God, what we gonna do? We want a man from the chosen few. Oh, 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 oh. Somebody love somebody. That is when God leads the leader. It was always true messengers of God's salvation who ruled over the earth's political fate. Oh yeah, but now thanks to the emergence of secular humanism, they separating the church from the state. Ask King David, Joshua, Samuel, Solomon, all these great folks. They knew government without God is guesswork. Without prophetic words to guide, the leader bound to slip and slide. So you know when all is said and done, they got to know the Holy One to lead my generation, my congregation. Two shall walk in the field, one shall be chosen. Yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false doctrine shaken, while God's truth and his people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. No, 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 his word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's promises changes never. No man true government is when God leading the leader, he leading the region, he leading my nation, my generation, with a word for reformation. Oh, 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 oh. Me what the congregation sing, yeah. True government is when God leads my leader. When Jehovah Nissi in charge of we go have a brighter future for we generations, for we children, yeah. Oh, 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 oh.
The song says when true government is when God is leading the leader. My question to you this evening, Trinidad and Tobago, is God leading our leader? When we see what's happening, when we look at what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago today, could you sit comfortable and say, God is leading the leader? So good evening again, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening again to those of you locked on. Wherever in the world you are hearing my voice, let me say thank you very, very much for joining me this evening on Constructive Talk. Yep, it's Constructive Talk. It's time to talk issues and current affairs that is happening in Trinidad and Tobago and by extension the world. And me say congratulations to NCW. Yeah, man. NCW is a blogger for the UNC. landed himself on a board. Today he was one of the persons on the board of what you call it? What's that board again? Queen's Hall. So congratulations, and I want to put it out there. I'm putting it out there. I'm seeing it loud and bold and clear to the People's National Movement. You see how the UNC does treat the activists. PNM. You see how UNC does treat the activists. They don't wait till the ending of their term, or close to the ending of their term, or 1 week before, a year before, 2 years before. Don't do that. Start to see about your activists early. I'm going to call some names. Julia Davy, Sherma Wilson. Call some more. Sharon Felix. Call some more. Bruce Wayne. You call some more? I could call plenty. Plenty. See, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me say it again. I'm congratulating NCW on his appointment to the Queen's Hall board. He was appointed on the board of Queen's Hall today. And I'm just saying to the People's National Movement to take a note, take a page, right? Because, don't wait until last minute now. 2 years and before the end of your term. Start from the trip to up 2 months or 4 months. Start to put your activists on boards. Somebody say correct, Pastor Google, yeah? Yeah. Put your people where they're supposed to be. You understand? Don't have people watching me and, Anyway, let me not go down that road. I ain't going down that road just yet. But again, let me say good evening to those of you joining me on the live. Just indicate to me where you're looking at me from now. Touch base with your brother and tell me, hey, Pastor Google, I'm watching you from Maloney, Arima. Where in Sawa are you looking at me from? Laventine Road? Where are you looking at me from? Touch base and tell me where you're looking at me from. And remember to please share the live. Somebody said, good evening, Pastor Google. I am here on your live and I am all on what? I am all on your live. Okay. Good evening from Brooklyn. All right. North Manzanilla is locked on. Brooklyn, bro. Thank you very much. Just touch base with me and let me know where you're looking at me from so that I could shout you out. Barataria is a big place. Which part in Barataria are you looking at me from? Somebody, good evening. Pastor Google, Barataria in the house. Where in Barataria? Brooklyn is in the house. A lot of people from Brooklyn is locked on. Good night, Pastor Google. I am listening from Tobago. I see Fali open up his mouth, boy. Fali opening up his mouth. Yeah, Fali opening up his mouth, Tobago. All right. Waterhole Cocorit. Hey. Good evening, wherever you, Mr. or Mrs. Cocorit. Thank you very much for looking and listening and being a part of Constructive Talk. Yeah. Yep. I am really thankful this evening to have you guys on with me. Really thankful. Good night, Pastor Google. Listening from where? You ain't tell me where you're listening from? Pastor Google, good night. Looking at you from where? Saparia. La Hoqueta is in the house. Digo Martin locked on. Good evening, Digo Martin. So that's when you come on, let me know where you're looking at me from. Somebody said Florida. Is that I'm seeing there? Florida? All right, let me go to Facebook now. Where am I seeing people from Facebook looking at me? Manzanilla is in the house. Florida is in the house. San Fernando is in the house. Good night to you, Pastor Google, and all the listeners, callers, and viewers to this Constructive Talk platform. Blessings to all. All right, thank you very much. Good evening, good evening. All right, so let me go down and see Manzanilla. I saw Manzanilla earlier on. I saw somebody from San Fernando just now. Somebody from where? Europe. All right, it's 2:33 right now. Wow. St. James is in the house. Point Fortin is locked on. Point Fortin. What part of Point Fortin you from? Good evening, Point Fortin. Queens, New York is in the house. All right, let me run back over to YouTube. All right, so somebody from Hocketai is on. Somebody from Diego Martin. Somebody from Florida. Somebody from Belmont. Toronto. Who is this? I am always locked on from Brooklyn. Where is this? Maryland is in the house. Union Hall. Hey, Union Hall, good evening. Where is this? Barbados? No. Barataria. Where in Barataria you're watching me from? Locked on in, what is this? The Netherlands, right? Beautiful. What is this here? Tacarigua. Pastor Google watching you from Canada. Diego Martin. Queens, New York. Good night, Pastor G. Locked on from St. James. Good night. What is this? Where you locked on from? I don't know. You ain't telling me. Pastor Google, I am looking from Florida. All right. Chuguanas is in the house. Where is this other person from? Arima. Okay. Your neighborhood or your house land? Pleasantville. Good night, Pastor Google. Good night, Pleasantville. Okay. All right. So we have people locked on all over the world, man. All over the world, from Europe and all. Locked in and taking in the news from Trinidad and Tobago.
Same trap. Oh, when will mankind learn to see that the further we stray from Jehovah's roadmap is the more we invite in misery. There's no better way in this world for peace and total rest. Tried and tested, Christ's way is the best. No philosophy, no creed could ever supersede what the Holy Bible, wonderful oracle, showing the people. Oh yeah, and two shall be in the field, one shall be taken. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Every stone shall be upturned and false doctrine shaken, while God's truth and His people are lifted high. Yeah. The Father never needed religion or systems of it. His word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's promises changes never. And true government is when God leads the leader. Lead them on, yeah. True government is when God leads my leaders. nation. It has sentenced God to death. With falsehood and folly, they blindfold simple people for power and the profit that they get. Some would burn you at the stake, rock you and wheel you out for mere denial or even doubt. With violence and bribery they try, is your soul they want to buy. But Jesus said, come freely, all who labor and are weary, come rest.
So hear this now. How many of you saw this story? How many of you saw this story? Seeing it on the screen? How many of you saw this story? This story here. I want to pull it up for you all to see some more, you know. Let's try and see if we could pull it up for you to see it some more. How many of you saw this story? Huh? This is an interesting story, you know. It's an interesting story. We as a nation have heard stories like this before, but what we heard was that it was cocaine in the St. Joseph police station. And what happened? They say rat eat the cocaine. That's what they tell us, right? They say rat eat the cocaine. That's what they said to us some years ago. Those of you who are watching on YouTube and on Facebook. You all remember that story? Yeah, they said to us that rat eat the cocaine. So what happened was that the evidence, go on now. Can't find the evidence. Evidence disappear because rat eat it. You know? Rat eat the cocaine. So you couldn't find it now. It disappear. It gone out. Gone. Rat eat it. You know? But this story here. All you know about this story? You all know about this story? Oh my God. Listen to this story now, Olia. Take a listen to this story.
The Professional Standards Bureau is now investigating the theft of over $1 million worth of marijuana from the Barataria police station. The drugs were seized during an anti-crime exercise last week. Police claimed the DCP Operations Unit carried out the exercise at the Makoya Industrial Estate around 4:20 p.m. on Saturday, based on intelligence about an alleged drug shipment. Police said the drugs consisted of 82 black packets, 4 brown packets, 2 transparent packets, and 1 red packet. 3 men, aged 26 to 42, from Trincity and Chagonas, were arrested for possession of cannabis for the purpose of trafficking. In a telephone interview with Guardian Media yesterday, DCP Operations Junior Benjamin said the theft was a serious matter. I can tell you it is engaging the attention of the TTPS, and I want to be clear. Absolutely no stone will be left unturned getting to the bottom of that. I can let you know that we have sort of engaged every single department that will assist us in getting to the bottom of this, including the PSB and all the different areas. Benjamin added that the drugs were discovered missing on Monday during a routine follow-up visit to the station by a police officer. The investigator or the officer concerned went to make checks on it, and upon making checks, it was discovered, I was told. Benjamin said that 2 officers, the inspector in charge of the station and the property keeper, have control of the property room from which the drugs reportedly disappeared.
Oh gosh. Hey, here now. Ole here. We reach where we going, you know. We reach where we going as a nation. So I'll leave that story right there. Oh gosh. Hey. We reach where we going, you know. Trust me. We, as a nation, we reach where we going. We reach where we going. I just leave that story. I just wanted to highlight that story because I think that it is worth bringing to your attention. Me thank the reader for very much publicly for a great job. Hear this now, Olia. Sometimes I don't know where to start, how to start, what mood to go into. Because the amount of madness happening in this little island, you just really wonder where to start, how to start now. Dad will not be on with me this evening. Trust me, he come in fiery next week. So I'm doing an ad for him next week. Next week he have a guest. So we're going to be doing an ad next week to promote his guest. Paul, hear this now. What really going on, boy? What really going on? What really going on in this country? I see in the news this evening, I know I like to highlight things that are happening in the news. And I'm supposed to get in contact with someone this evening. I'm going to try my best to contact them this evening. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to contact that person this evening because I really want to hear from them this evening. All right? Yeah, I think I want to hear from that person this evening based on the topic that I want to touch on. So hear this now. Hear this story in the news this evening.
Frustration boiled over at CEPEP's St. Madeleine headquarters this morning as dismissed contractors gathered to demand payments owed since July. They accused the agency of abruptly ending contracts under the claim of removing ghost gangs, while many insisted they had legitimate crews and completed work. For some, like Feria Cornelie, the outstanding money represents more than wages. It's the principle of having already fulfilled their side of the contract. She says repeated attempts for answers from the company's leadership have been ignored.
I have documents here that we signed telling us take out whatever we owe to NIS, health surcharge, take it out from the management fee, send the rest. Since the 22nd of August, my documents went from compliance to finance. Up to today, no word from finance, no word from the CEO, no word from nobody. And they talk about running ghosts.
Other contractors say the sudden dismissal left them scrambling to meet financial obligations with no notice or opportunity to prepare. Among them, Marlene Hazel described mounting pressures as bills pile up and her company struggles to recover. She said the lack of communication from CEPEP has deepened their frustration and created hardship for workers and families.
Even today, the bank now messaged me about my mortgage, and that was the final notice for me to pay my mortgage. I need my money. A lot of contractors have bills to pay.
Efforts to get answers from CEPEP officials were unsuccessful.
Answers to get answers. They turn ghosts on the CEPEP contractors today. But I have one on the line. I have a CEPEP contractor on the line. And I want her to talk to you this evening, Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if she's hearing me loud and clear. Hello?
Hi, hello.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine.
You are on Constructive Talk with Pastor Google.
Hi, Pastor Google.
Oh, you sound like you're upset with me.
No. It's not that I just come from church, so I'm on the taxi stand, so I'm listening.
So, I found out today that you all came down to San Fernando, St. Madeleine, CEPEP contractor. Well, you are a CEPEP contractor from La Hokita. And you
yes,
made
a few of us went to CEPEP.
Right. Tell me what happened today. Why did you all make your way down to San Fernando today?
Because previously we did an interview on CNC3, and from that interview I heard that the minister said that all money was released to CPEP and they are not owing CPEP. So contractors supposed to be paid.
Right.
So therefore, we decided that we are going to CPEP to get our checks and releases that is due to us.
Right. And when you went down
Upon
there,
arriving, sorry?
When you went down there,
right?
What happened? Tell us.
Okay, so when we went down there today, a few of us went down there. We went into the office and I asked to speak to finance, and they asked me what was the situation. I said that I came for my payment that is owed to me, my management fee that is owed to me. This is what I worked for. And they told me the finance said to go home and send an email. I said, I have been sending email to finance, the CEO. Nobody is responding to my email. I am here today. I'm not leaving here to go home to send an email. Then they sent us upstairs. When we went upstairs, the secretary told us to hold on. This is not the department we're supposed to come. And we hold on for a while. Then she came back and said they were in meetings and the meeting will take very long. But we signed the book. They said they said they will contact us. So the media came and we spoke to the media and then we left.
But why are they doing you all this? Why? Because you are one of the persons who would have done an interview and you would have put your personal business out there where you are owing on your mortgage and the bank is writing you and they're coming at you because you have an arrangement with them. When
that's
go ahead.
That's correct. That's correct. I mortgage my home with my company where when I get my management fee, it will go straight to the bank.
Right.
So 3 months now, nothing has been going to my company account. So therefore the bank need their money. They don't want to hear you get terminated or anything like that.
Wow. So what is your next move?
My next move is that the thing is I'm trying to get my money from CEPEP, which it could I could pay my arrears. I'm trying to look for a part-time job because obviously I would be blacklisted from this government. So I am trying my best to get all outstanding money, NIS owing my company money, LSA owing my company money, and CEPEP is owing my company money. Once I get all these money put into my company account, I could pay off my arrears and I could look for a part-time job.
Wow. This is really sad. This is really, really sad. And you said that you all, anybody reached out to the minister, anybody was able to hear what today, at least from today.
It come like they are ghosts because nobody is reaching out to us. It come like they are the ghosts, because they're saying CEPEP contractors is ghosts. Let me go further to say, you see, my company, I can't speak about other people's company. I'm a community activist. My company holds Christmas party in the community for children every year. We hold sports day. Every year, my workers and myself, we does these things.
Wow.
In our community.
Wow. And right now, and what about your workers? What's happening with them?
Well, I brought in a company from the airport and I tried to get jobs for them. Some of them started to work there. I also trying in Find Choice to get jobs for them. Some already start and tomorrow he's gonna want to call back Find Choice to get jobs for the rest of them. Some get through with the grocery. So I'm trying my best to advocate for them with different companies.
Okay. So you are trying your best to help them out in whichever way you can. Where
Yes.
yeah.
They went to the Ministry of Social Welfare,
Yeah.
and they cannot even get assistance there.
Why they can't get assistance there? What are they saying to them?
They do not recognize them. They don't have documents. It's a whole long procedure that the workers have to go through, which you don't even have documents for.
Wow.
It's not like we were working CEPEP and they send us here for assistance. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that at all. They can't even get a food card. They can't even get grants. So when the government talk about that, they are lying.
Wow.
They are very much lying. And they went on this campaign that we are a caring government. We love the people. You cannot oppress poor people. Love is an action word. The Prime Minister says she loves people. You love people and firing left, right, and center.
I heard you said on your interview, there was one time that you would have supported them.
I was 6 months pregnant, and as I told you, I am a community activist, and when there is election, they comes into the community and they target community activists.
Right.
So I was vexed with the People's National Movement, because I'm a person that I am for the people of my community where I live. And if you say you are doing something for the people and you don't do it, I have a problem with that.
Okay.
So I was vexed with the People's National Movement, and I really support Mr. Jairam Simongot, which they want to talk about corruption. They can't speak to me about corruption because they are corrupted. Even when I went into his office, it had people from La Hoqueta threatening me because we were not getting nothing in Wallerfield.
Right.
I had to tell them my police brother come in, and Mr. Jairam just sweep it out like, nah, they was only making joke with her.
Wow. So you have first-hand information on how they operate.
I tell you cannot fool me again. They cannot fool me again, because when they goes there, they see about themselves. They see about themselves.
So you what did CEPEP tell you all eventually today? Did they give you all any sort of comforting words? Did they say to you guys, "All okay, we are going to look into it"? Because I found out that there are some people who are blacklisted. There are some companies that are blacklisted.
Well, I already know that I'm blacklisted with the government. I'm not blacklisted with God. So whatever God have for me, I will get it.
Yes.
You understand? So be it because my son said, "Mommy, what you want to do interview for?" They go blacklist you. So be it. I will still live. But all you're owing me my money, I need to get my money. I work for that. They did not tell us nothing. The receptionist told us, sign the book there and they will contact you all. And I'm waiting to see, because I would go down that road with them. I will give them the week and I will go back there next week.
Okay. Well, what we will do is I'm going to keep in contact with you so that you can keep us abreast on what is happening and how things are moving forward, because this is sad.
And I don't even know NIS. We did a duplicate in payment in NIS, and NIS not releasing our money. There's a lot of contractors. They duplicate with NIS for workers, payment for workers.
Right.
And we're waiting our money and we cannot get that neither. I do not know what's taking place in this country.
All right. Well, again, I want to thank you very much for taking my call. And I want to say to you, keep the faith. And we will keep praying for you. And we're going to keep in contact with you. And you're going to let us know how things work out.
All right. Thank you very much, Pastor.
Thank you very much for taking my call.
All right, no problem.
Okay, then. Wow, Trinidad and Tobago, all you hearing what going on? All you hearing what people going through, boy? Wow. Going for a break and come back.
Brown Eyes Promotion presents We Outside Tobago Carnival 3, October 24 to 27, an all-inclusive package, inclusive of breakfast, lunch, and accommodations. Smith Drive, Lowlands, Tobago, opposite Gulf City Mall. Limited spots. Book yours now. Call 713-4029. Accommodation options: 1 bedroom with a kitchenette, 2 beds, up to 4 people, or 2 bedrooms self-contained, 6 people max, queen size, plus single beds. Check-in time 2:30 p.m. Check out 11 a.m. Limited spots available. Prices with breakfast and lunch: $2,000 per person. Breakfast only $1,700 per person. Have payment due by July 31st. Pay off by September 30th. Non-refundable. Payment plans available. For more info and to book your spots, call 713-4029. We Outside Tobago Carnival 3 from October 24th to 27th. Call courtesy Brown Eyes Promotion. We do not own the copyrights for the song playing in the background.
You give your hand to me and let me say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and everyone can tell. You think you know me well, well you don't know me.
Hey guys, I am Nigel O'Connor, a singer for all seasons. I am that voice that moves you for every occasion. I am that voice that celebrates life moments one note at a time. I am Nigel O'Connor. You can contact me at 783-0054 or 754-3154. And oh yes, that's me singing in the background.
Nowadays I'm not speaking song.
Your peace of mind is our priority. Promotional Security, your trusted partner in safety. With 24-hour monitoring and patrols, we've got your back day and night. Affordable, reliable, and always on guard. Promotional Security offers top-notch protection for your home, business, and everything in between. No matter the size, no matter the time, Prozone is committed to safeguarding what matters most to you. Contact us today at 767-7376 or visit us on Facebook and Instagram at KDF and Associates. Need security you can count on? Call us today. Prozone Security, affordable, reliable, 24/7 protection. Prozone Security, always on guard.
Ding, ding, daylight. I was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation-building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pandey get 19 seats and he run and give a speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me Crooks and Panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections proved to me stick breaking black man air. They don't hear. So don't expect me to jam your prime minister. No, don't tell me. I stopped drinking bush tea for your fever. I said no.
Boy.
Twice. Elections gone. Is you choose Barabbas in front of Christ?
Pastor G. Next time, interview a CEPEP contractor who want
the man like more Sexton Pandey. Please don't stop me.
I think you all misunderstood what the lady said. You know, she would have supported the UNC in 2010. And when she saw the drama that was happening, she would have switched. Alright? She would have come back to the PNM. Also, the lady said, just like a lot of people said, that they were not happy with how certain things were being done in the PNM in 2010. So she made a switch. So it's not this year she supported the United National Congress. She supported the UNC in 2010. So she did not give them 26 seats. Some of you who on the live here who stay home, give them 26 seats. Right? Who's this? Tall man. Good evening, Mr. Tallman.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening to you.
Hello?
Okay, you hear me?
I know you hear you.
Alright.
Yeah, Tallman.
Right. Pastor Google, I want to make a real suggestion tonight because you see this CEPEP thing, a lot of contractors, and not only contractors from CEPEP, but a lot of people is frightened to say what they have to say because they believe they will be blacklisted, they will never get back any contract. They all watch the government. I watch today on Facebook, Juliet shared the post. A woman crying tears. Right? I break my heart too. Right? It's that people real suffering. But I know why a lot of people not saying nothing and not coming out because they want to eat. They want to get back in the groove, but they are afraid they will be blacklisted. But I know I done blacklisted already and I don't care. I'm a trained Begonian, and if CEPEP will mark tomorrow, I'm gonna not start again. And I tell them and they could say what they want. I am a trained Begonian. I have rights just like everybody else in this country. Right? But let me tell you something. I feel this, I just jump around my skin here. I can't speak for the political party. I'm speaking as an activist and based on what I feel. Right? I'm not speaking for the political. Our party should give CEPEP workers, URP workers, and other workers the assurance that anytime they go back in there because we have a signed contract, right? They will just as the tiny workers and just like everybody get the money in chicken, even if we lose, the PNM will make things right with the CEPEP workers, the contractors and workers and the URP workers. Right? I they should target some assurance to these people so they won't be as frightened as they are frightened now, because I know a lot of people, they're scared. But let me tell you some people, the way I live things, I live my life. And I don't care too much about material things. And if I don't want to take that, or they can take it. If I don't want to take money, or they could take it. If I don't want to take house and car, or they can take it. because it don't mean nothing to me. You understand? I have nothing to lose but my integrity, and I will keep my integrity and not switching, because I know the UNC, I will never support them. They could pay what amount of money, I will never, you believe it, I will never support them. It's an evil party. You understand? Look what they're doing. All my partners and them was on Iowa Station was talking about bad PNM was and they PNM. You know, I ain't nothing from nobody again. Almost 45,000 people going home. You know, I ain't nothing from nobody again. They ain't saying how wicked this government is this. Pastor Gold. You see me? I real. And will always be real. Right? I don't demonize and lying at nobody because I have a mouth or I have a voice in the ear and not doing that. Right? I feel the PNM supposed to start to give some assurance to people. Give some assurance to people. Let them feel comfortable. Let them be comfortable.
So then,
and live up to your problems.
All right. So listen to me, tall man. You hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You hear me loud and clear, or you just hear me slight?
Yeah, I hear me loud and clear.
All right. I hear you with the statement of the political party should give the CEPEP workers and contractors an assurance that when they get back in office, they will get back the contract and the CEPEP workers will get back their jobs. But what about the CEPEP? What about the CEPEP contractors and workers who vote for UNC?
Why?
No, let me talk the things. Let me be really I know. There are CEPEP. And Khadija Amin said it. Khadija Amin said that she saw CEPEP workers in red jerseys who she know vote for her. She said it. There are CEPEP contractors who will tell you that some of their workers told them to their face, we vote in UNC. And you know, saying that the political leader and the party had to tell them, when we get back in office, we go give all back all your jobs. Really? Really, tall man?
So what do you suggest?
No, I listen to you. If you slap me, spit in my face, and then I telling you, all right, you are in this position, you know. But when I get back, even though you spit in my face and you slap me, I will still take you back. That what you telling me, tall man?
Pastor Gold, listen to me. Dr. Rowley said on his platform in Ediad Ground and Siosio, and he had the video there. When they come in, if they come in power, they will fire everybody on the east-west corridor because they spare them people. They will fire them first because they spare them people. PNM, I believe, and I'm speaking to the party, I just saying, they're supposed to reverse that trend. Give your people some kind of assurance that when I don't know, listen, I can't pinpoint who voted for the UNC or not. Khadija Amin can say what you want. But I see my people on the east-west corridor, I believe we have to give them some kind of assurance, especially African people. Because I watched in this country for years, every time we're in drizzle in Carney and the place floods, and they live in these flood-prone areas, but they only believe in the government. No matter who government, they only believe in the government in our own ways. I watch the Carney workers get all kind of things. They get land, they get money, they get this, they get the petrol workers get this, they get that, they get that. But CEPEP workers or people in just corridor, they get fire. Let me say, I only say that, let me say we lose the case because the power capital in the industrial court and we know that going. Right? give some kind of assurance to people. I do business. I'm Pastor Gold. Better come over here. I go.
Will I agree at all, man? Will I agree at all, man? That the People's National Movement should give CEPEP workers who voted against the People's National Movement and contractors who supported the UNC, give them some assurance that when they get back in office, they will get back their contracts. I don't understand that. I don't understand. I maybe something wrong with me. Don't let tell me something wrong with me, you know. Something must be wrong with me. Something wrong with me.
Line. Ding, line. I was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pan they get 19 seats and he run and give a speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years.
So somebody on Facebook is saying we don't. Wait, just now, maybe that properly. We don't know who vote for who. There are people who tell you straight up who they vote for. There are people, I wouldn't call anybody name, but I know a contractor. I know a contractor who told me, she said, Google, my workers told me that they vote in UNC. So when we say we don't know people vote for, that is not true. That's not totally true. Because we see it all the time. We see it. Why did the PNM lose? If the PNM lose, because people just, the people who did not vote, and there are people who did vote for the UNC. Watch the man who's the CEO of CEPEP, who write the affidavit against Alwari. He's a PNM or UNC. What were we really saying? But I just asking for a friend. Do you all agree with Tallman that the People's National Movement should give the contractors and the workers some sort of assurance on the platform that, hey, when we get back in office, all the contractors will get back their contracts and all the workers will get back their work? Really? Will you agree with that? In all consciousness. Will you agree with that? Yes or no? I'm taking some calls and I'm taking your vote on the YouTube and Facebook. Tell me.
The dark man is his own demise. Be wise. So don't tell me nothing about the EBC. No, don't tell me. Because I know some of you vote for UNC. I said no, don't tell me. Don't tell me that they cancel the URP. And how you can't get work to maintain your family.
Hello, good evening.
Pastor, good evening.
Good evening.
I don't agree with all, man. Because the first thing is PNM who give them that contract. PNM and they still have 18 months to collect on that contract. Plus PNM went and extend the contract to 2029, and what assurance Tallman what by? It's the UNC and them fellas who take away the thing from them. Them have to do things to ensure that these people give them some kind of thing, or go and ask for your 18 months that they have for you, because your contract ain't yet. And I disagree with Tallman. So if Tallman listening, partner, is PNM give you the contract and have nothing to tell you whether they give a keep or if they give you yes or no. It's PNM who does see about the poor people getting something to do when he day up with that partner.
Thank you very much. I don't know what they tell me, They tell me.
So if you end up just like a criminal on the run.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Gu. I'll have to disagree with Tallman's assumption. I can understand goodwill. But Tallman, we ain't even sure if we wake up in the morning if Maduro will send 2 drones or missile and destroy we. We ain't sure what state they will leave the economy in within the next 4 years, Tallman. So I can't promise you something that is not even promised to me, even promised to me. I will tell you how. So I'll leave on this to don't know. According to the last caller, I could make noise because your contract finished before time. I give you a year and 18 months, or 18 months, and then I'll give you an additional 3 years. If the same 3 years that I give you was wrong, well, fine, take away the 3 years. But the 18 months that I have is you stop it, so then you pay me pay. And then, since you have to pay me, I have people sitting down depending on me for 18 months I work. Whether or not it's temporarily shortcut, I had people that line up and work. So I had to pay them. That's what we should be making noise for, Tallman. For all contractors to get a full payment for all the gang for the remaining 18 months. That's what we want. Enjoy your evening, Pastor Google. I'll call back.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I take in your calls.
Because all the promises that they make, they ain't keeping none. And civil servants can't get a back pay. Plus yourself can't get a 10 days. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I wouldn't be amazed. My little knowledge now I must preserve. You get a government you deserve. To protest of them now it take plenty nerve. You get a government you deserve. From the public I get my lyrics. You just give me inspiration. You just give me the strength and courage to slaughter them politicians. But when I see you supporting Pandey and condoning all that is wrong, it's like giving me bread and a full glass of milk, then you turn wrong and kick it down. Pandey call businessmen parasitic oligarchies. But today Jack Warner and do praise the good buddies. What excuse you could have to put him back in power? If you ask Errol McLeod, he'll tell you that man was done a fork-tongue cobra. Yes, sir. Don't tell me Caroni going through hell. No, don't tell me. I hear what the man can drink, he planning to sell. I said no, don't tell me. Don't tell me nothing about the Incogen deal and how they never give a conch for the shipload of rice they steal. But if you notice, Carlos have a brand new Beamer, and he delayed the process till he come a minister. And you hear he got millions in cutback from the Miss Universe show as a gift. Please don't stop me and ask me to confirm, because I plead in the fifth. My little cacada I'll try to preserve. You get a government you deserve. Ask Manning how much money he left reserve. You get a government you deserve.
All right. So this evening I want to start off by playing some things for you guys. Just want to remind you guys of something.
I want to tell you that in 9 years we have been in opposition. Not one minister of the Kamla Prasad Bisesa cabinet has been questioned, has been charged, has been arrested on any matter relating to her government, relating to her cabinet. When I told them that in Parliament, it rocked them because they like to talk about allegations and allegations. You see, Rowley spent all the time he concerned with Rudal. He is concerned with Jindal.
A few moments later.
General Anand Logan was arrested early this morning at his Palm East home. He was taken to the police administration building where he spent the day being questioned by police in relation to allegations of perverting the course of justice. Ian Wason has more.
In 2015, Anand Logan was asked to resign after an investigation into a witness tampering case was ordered by Acting Commissioner of Police Stephen Williams. It was alleged then National Security Minister Gary Griffith, under the instruction from Mr. Logan, called on the director of the PCA, David West, concerning a witness statement in a case. On Tuesday morning, a party of officers led by Deputy Commissioner of Police Harold Phillip went to the Palmis Park home of Anand Logan, where he was arrested allegedly for misbehavior in public office and perverting the course of justice. He was brought to the police administration building on Sackville and Edward Streets, Port of Spain, for questioning.
Interesting, eh? Interesting how a man could stand up in front of a platform, in front of a microphone, and blatantly speak on truth like that. Blatantly. But I want to remind you of something else.
Chairman of the Mayaro Rio Claro Regional Corporation, Glenn Ram, has been detained by police. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service says 46-year-old Ram was arrested on Wednesday, 22nd May, at the office of the Mayaro Rio Claro Regional Corporation. He's expected to be charged with corruptly agreeing to receive a bribe and corruptly receiving a bribe in June 2018. The bribe is valued at TT $1,500. Mr. Ram is the councillor for the Bish Churuma Electoral District. The United National Congress, in a media release, said the party awaits the outcome of the investigation. The UNC said, however, all citizens are deserving of due process, justice, and fair play.
Oh, yes. Do you remember that? I see Mayaro Regional Corporation. Okay.
Revelation from the Sipario Regional Corporation.
A substantial amount of monies has been misappropriated and it is now being investigated.
In an exclusive interview with CNC3 News today, Corporation Chairman Dinesh Sankasingh confirmed that at least one administrative officer has been transferred, and he vows to help the police bring the matter to a close.
I should be interviewed sometime later in the week together with the leader of the opposition chair with me, Mr. Davy Set. And I just want to advise that the matter is being investigated. The money must be returned wherever it went. And I would strongly suggest that criminal investigations will take place to bring to justice whoever has misappropriated a substantial amount of money.
CNC3 News understands that one of the employees implicated in the scandal has been removed from her department, but several others are still on the job. Councillor for Avocat San Francisco Dudnath Meru, who has often spoken out against insufficient funds at the corporation, says it's an embarrassment.
So what has happened also is that when you go to the bank now with a check from the Sipario Regional Corporation, they either have to call the accounts department to verify the sum of the
authenticity
check
of it,
and authenticate the check.
Yeah.
Sometimes I understand that there's a listing that goes to the bank with all the payments that it made. So they have to leave the teller's counter and go down to the bank to verify once it's a check.
And P&M Councillor for La Brea, Gerald Davison, says at least 3 fraudulent checks were issued last year.
This was a couple of months ago, long before the Christmas holiday. And please raise your red flag also is that sometimes when councillors get a stipend or the incidental, they go to the bank. So one of the aldermen went to the bank with a very small amount of money and find it strange when the teller tell them to hold on, and they went to check public signatories. And then that sort of raised your record. That is something that never happened.
Police have confirmed that they are investigating the allegations and have already seized the documents from the corporation. Radhika D. Silva, CNC 3 News.
Interesting, eh? How many of you remember those things? Some of you don't remember those things at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. Interesting.
Line, line. Ding, 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 line. I was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pan they get 19 seats and he run and give his speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me crooks and panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and...
Hello, good evening, caller.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Hang on, let me mute this. All right. All that stuff you're talking about, I just want to say don't beat up with all of that. Just ignore all of it, because none of it is going to get fixed. Mark my words. Trinidad and Tobago with this government have become pawns on the global stage. And I want you to think about this, right? With everything that's happening with Trinidad and Venezuela. If at the end stage of all of this is Trinidad getting bombed or Trinidad getting destroyed, why would the government do anything to fix any problem, anything that you're talking about right now? I want you to think about that. Have a good night, Pastor Google.
Seeing that you touch on that, let's get into it. Let's get into
go
the
ahead.
discussion.
It seems when you're watching this government, it seems like they're either under blackmail or under threat, because you've seen all of the heads, all of the talking heads, everybody from the government coming out saying, "Oh, supporting the USA and this madness that's happening with Venezuela," and they're coming out with critical thinking and use your brain, but it's all madness to support something that is going to get Trinidad destroyed. And if the government knows that this is the end stage, this is what's going to happen in a few months, why would they do anything to fix anything in Trinidad? Why would instead you would see them planning to gather as much money as they can to raid the treasury and leave? And that is exactly what you see happening right now. We had the African summit last week, where all of the heads of the CARICOM went and attended. Trinidad and Tobago was not there. If this government was about bringing economic opportunity to the people, the Kamala Prasad would have been at that meeting looking for opportunities to bring to the country. And instead, what she's doing is staying at home and riling up this thing between Venezuela and the United States. So she has made the country a pawn in this global chess game that's happening between Trinidad and Venezuela. And in the end stage, Trinidad is going to get destroyed. So everything you're talking about, all of this, whatever you talk about tonight, none of it is going to get fixed. None of it.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. The caller said none of it is going to get fixed.
None of it. None of it.
All right, man. Thanks very much.
They're preparing for the worst. They're preparing for the end. And you could see that.
All right. Thank you
Good
very
night,
much.
Pastor.
Okay, then. All right. So the caller is saying that nothing is going to fix, and UNC is preparing for the worst. Let's take a listen to this. Take a listen to take a listen to this.
In some other news, the Indian High Commission is declining to comment on claims made by Government Senator Philip Alexander, who posted on social media that India is prepared to use nuclear weapons to support this country against Venezuela.
However, this afternoon, Alexander himself admitted he has no information to suggest that any such arrangement with India exists. Akash Samru has his story.
Modi and India have us held gently in the palm of his hands, and he will nuke Venezuela. You think it's Trump alone you're dealing with? Touch Trinidad, they'll see.
It's quite a bold statement made by the senator, who is also a minister in the Ministry of Housing. An assertion that has drawn criticism from the opposition leader regarding the overall conduct of the government at this time.
You're making statements that could, inflammatory statements that really do not help us.
The Indian High Commission to this country told CNC3 News it has no comment on Senator Alexander's statement. So we asked the senator himself on his way to Parliament today if he had any information that informed his statement that India stands ready to assist this country with nuclear intervention.
I have no information on that. We have a Minister of CARICOM and Foreign Affairs, and he would be the best person to talk.
But CNC3 News asked why he would make such a strong statement given the context of recent tensions in the region.
Oh my gosh, it was a live video. And yes, in live videos there would be hyperbole. But the reality of the situation is the President of the United States of America didn't just send 3 warships. He sent an Ohio-class submarine sitting somewhere at the bottom of the ocean in the southern Caribbean. Trinidad is protected.
Alexander said he wanted to underscore that this country does not stand alone. And he said it seems as if only the opposition has a problem with what he said.
Did Venezuela call my name? Or is Amory Brown preoccupied with me?
But the senator, who had previously said the Prime Minister instructed her members to stay in their lane, told the CNC3 News that he intends to take that same advice on this regional matter.
I think I am going to stay more in my lane after this, yeah?
I don't know. But that is a polished version of the news. I want to listen to how Akash answer him, boy. Akash deal with
information that India has any sort of arrangement with Trinidad. Do you have any information that India has any sort of arrangement with Trinidad and Tobago for that to take place?
I have no information on that. We have a Minister of CARICOM and Foreign Affairs, and he would be the best person to talk to. Our Prime Minister is very clear, and our Minister of Foreign Affairs said, CARICOM and Foreign Affairs said, we're not responding well to threats. And we know that that is based on the fact that Trinidad has a lot of friends in the world. All of a sudden, everybody wants to be Trinidad's friend since April 28th.
Given it's a sensitive diplomatic topic, if you don't have that information, why would you make such a strong statement like that using the word nuke?
Oh my gosh, it was a live video. And yes, in live videos there would be hyperbole. But the reality of the situation is the President of the United States of America didn't just send 3 warships. He sent an Ohio-class submarine sitting somewhere at the bottom of the ocean in the southern Caribbean. Trinidad is protected from all of the bluster and the threats that's coming from Venezuela. That is what I was trying to say.
You've been accused of making things worse now. Do you think so?
Did Venezuela call my name? Or is Amory Brown preoccupied with me? Because I find people like Amory Brown preoccupied with me, and I don't want that. I don't want his attention. I don't want them talking about me. What I say is on behalf of Philip Edward Alexander. I'm not crossing any lines with them. They should stay in their lane.
The PM spoke about staying in your lane. Is this staying in your lane?
I think I am going to stay more in my lane after this. Yeah? Have a great day.
Philip Alexander, as if you Google him, you will see there are allegations about Philip Alexander with regards to fraud and corruption with a fair that was supposed to come back in the late 90s, and people paid them money and they never got the World Trade Fair and they never got back the money. There are allegations about Philip Alexander, the Edge nightclub in Long Circular Mall, and his partners claim that he misappropriated funds from their partnership in the enterprise. Yeah, so don't use Philip Alexander. You have disappointed me. Philip Alexander, as if you Google him, you will see There are allegations about Philip Alexander with regards to fraud and corruption with a fair that was supposed to come back in the late 90s, and people paid their money and they never got the World Trade Fair and they never got back the money. There are allegations about Philip Alexander, the Edge nightclub in Long Circular Mall, and his partners claim that he misappropriated funds from their partnership in the enterprise. Yeah, so don't use Philip Alexander. You have disappointed me.
I didn't say so. And Robert says so. I didn't say so. So, what is your view on this whole drama that's taking place? Somebody said that, and I don't know if you all tend to agree with this, Philip Alexander is speaking on behalf of the United National Congress. What the UNC cannot say publicly, they use voices like Philip Alexander to say it. You believe that? You believe that? No, Philip Alexander sit down on a live like this, you know, and rant and rave and ramage and use words like if words going out of style. And hear what he said? He said it was a live. It was a live to do what? Fool people? In that same live, he made stupid statements about black people. And all people focused on. No, the big talk is Philip Alexander coming out and talking about America and India blocking and supporting what do you say? Supporting they're supporting Trinidad and Tobago. But today I saw something really interesting. Really, really interesting. I saw something today. You saw what Guyana president said? You saw what Grenada president said? But most of all, I want to show you what Guyana president had to say. Because some of you, I don't know if you all are aware or if you all saw it, but the Guyana president put out a statement, a press conference. And he put out a statement. He said, I want to make it very clear that our position as a government, as a people, is to ensure that the region remains a zone of peace. So let me put it up for you to see now, because somehow they might say I talk in madness. Hello, good evening.
Good. Let me get a little more quick. Good evening, Aggie.
Good evening, sir.
You see, we started this conversation that there are a larger group of East Indian people and other race in Trinidad and Tobago. Who do you think he was talking to? Why think he joined Moody? Is to keep or try to keep the East Indian voters on their side, because they was also working CEPEP, you know. They was also working URP. They was also working forestry. Them also feeling it too, you know. The same pressures we feeling, them feeling that they live in the same economy. So who we really talking to? When they now realize, because I said to them, they 54% of the population voted in this election. So, and 30% voted for them. It's the smallest group of citizens ever voted for a government this large ever. They know that. So he was trying to get out to see if because if you look sharp, in the morning, please God, if nobody in see the news, depends on who, tomorrow, please God, we hearing that India defending Trinidad and Tobago, you know.
No, the High Commissioner already said no. He don't know what I'm talking about.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Depends on who didn't hear the news coming in the morning with that same story that he talked about on a particular station. Because they may hear that, they may see that, they may not until they hear the news. So they go in based on what somebody tell them, they hear he say. And in the morning, please God, he would look like a fool. Because right now, when he say he tell you I'm out, the Prime Minister say, oh, stay in your lane, it's because he now realize he put his foot in his mouth. By trying to jump out to play the best defender, the Prime Minister. That's why everybody trying to be, you know, the best. You ain't hear the response of the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He was more embarrassing. So Philip come out today to maybe to counteract his argument and sound like a bigger fool than he did. They sinking us, Pastor Google. I don't want to go along with what the man saying that they ain't have no future for we so ever going on. We could end up like Palestine. Because if you could allow a man to just tell you, this is the second one the man destroyed, you know. We wasn't sure about the first one. We see a next one. So what you trying to tell me? Citizens of the Caribbean, life on sea have no value if you allege that they're supposed to be narco traffickers? That's what you're telling me, Pastor Google, and we must sit down here and agree to that? That's what they're telling us. It's like the child who lock up the policeman in the building, they making noise, and they want to punish the child. I'm not saying what the child did was wrong, you know. But what the policeman was doing to get himself locked in a room? If he was doing what he was supposed to do, looking after the children, he wouldn't get himself locked in a room. And that's where we have ourselves locked in a room here with our government that we voted for. Enjoy your day, Pastor. Night, sorry.
Thank you very much. So I put up what the Guyanese what Oleo. I take in all your calls. I feel I need to hush. I take in all your calls. Taking all your calls. The number to call is 464-7003. 464-7003. 464-7003. Give me a call now. Tell me what's your thoughts. Tell me, you think Philip Alexander talking on behalf of this government? Eh? Or you think he just talking for talking's sake? Talk to me. Some people might genuinely believe that they don't believe that Ms. Bissessa is actually supporting Philip Alexander and nonsense. But if she is not, she need to come out and say something. Philip had to go. Philip have to go. Philip have to go. Right? I don't know how many of you agree with me. I don't know how many of you disagree with me. But I think he have to go. These statements, if this statement was made by a PNM politician, do you think that it is just going to blow over? That's my question this evening also. Imagine a PNM politician saying what Philip Alexander said. You really think it would just blow over? Or you think that hey, yeah boy, nah boy, people gonna kick up, make noise because they say that they hold the PNM at a higher standard. Right? That's what they say. But really and truly, come on. Let's be real. Philip Alexander making statements on a social media platform. And behind him, he have the UNC logo. All of those start, man. Right? He have the UNC logo behind him. So I am asking you all, who is he talking for? He say he talk for himself. Lie. Lies, 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 lies. He is not speaking on behalf of himself. I have the national flag behind me. And the national flag is red, white, and black. When I talk, people say I is a PNM. But I don't have a PNM balize behind me. He have the UNC symbols behind him. Hello, good evening.
Pastor, in the PNM, and you ever hear any minister or any senator, anybody coming behind Dr. Rowley and saying anything foolish like what Alexander said in the UNC? I sure you never hear that. And I never hear that. Nobody, I don't know which part they will say it, where they will hide, but somebody going to tell somebody, here what happened. And that minister or that senator, whoever, coming straight up to Dr. Kick Rowley and have to answer a question. These fellows them talking, I can't see any one of them jump out and talk. It's for the government. Even Court Mengo and all the PRO, he said he talking for himself. He is the PRO of the UNC. He talks for the UNC. So when all of them come out and say they're talking for themselves and they talk, no, they speak for the UNC. And the only how we know that they're not speaking for the UNC is the Prime Minister come out and call them and say, you're welcome. Take the road later.
That's it. If he is not talking on behalf of the UNC, we are calling on the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Come out and say, here what? What Philip Alexander said, we are distancing ourselves from it. But as for now, when you watch this video and you see Mr. Philip Alexander in this video, you tell me. We have there behind him.
Part of the Indian diaspora.
What do you have behind him?
Trinidad has more people of East Indian descent in it than any other race. Let that burn you all remember your navel. Oh God, Philip, to say it now. Let me pretend Trinidad is a black country because what they want to tell you. They don't want you to know that the largest group of people in Trinidad and Tobago are of East Indian descent.
You hear the level of madness? You hear that? Ole hear that? But most of all, did you see what paraphernalia he have behind him? The United National Congress colors and symbol.
Food are gonna hurt you this morning. It can burn you in your belly. Trinidad is part of the Indian diaspora. Trinidad has more people of East Indian descent in it than any other race. Let that burn you all remember your navel. Oh God, Philip, to say it now. Let me pretend Trinidad is a black country because what they want to tell you. They don't want you to know that the largest group of people in Trinidad and Tobago are of East Indian descent.
Really? How are you feeling? I ain't getting no calls tonight, boy. Nobody had nothing to say.
The number to call in live on Constructive Talk is 1-868-464-7003.
What is your view? Call in Talk to me. I want to hear all your view, you know. I want to hear what all you had to say. I find I talking a little too much tonight. What is all your view on statements made by Philip Alexander? What is all your view? What do you think? What do you think? Hello, good evening.
Philip Alexander is a crackhead man, Google. He's a crackhead, he's a madman.
The information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
I am not a mental health nurse. Neither do I know what the caller is saying. I have no evidence of it. So please, callers, be mindful that when you make statements, people screen record it, send it to the people and them, and then the person will want to send me a pre-action protocol letter stating that I said or I allow people to say X, Y, and Z. All right? So please be careful with what you're saying. Hello, good evening. I distance myself from statements, please. Yes, caller.
Good evening, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, in my whole book, the whole of the UNC have to go. That guy, Alexander, you have naked, you have all of the UNC, the loudmouth, all of them have to go, Pastor Google, and free and save Trinidad and Tobago. Bring back the People's National Movement. We need them. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening. I'm locked out and listening.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. All right. So the caller saying that he think all of them have to go. But do you think that Miss Bissessa, Miss Kamala Prasad Bissessa, should distance herself from statements made by Mr. Philip Alexander? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yes, hello, good evening, Pastor.
Good evening, ma'am.
Them people in trouble right now, you know. They're trying to see how they could fix things. If you notice, when she talked the other day, she said she never planned to attack Venezuela. She talking different now. She changed, she tuned. When he was on that live, I was listening to him and I tell hush him out before he get himself in trouble. Them don't know what time it is, you know. They will know what time it is in the morning. A statement was made by Diosdado Cabello today. It ain't come out in the news tonight. Let me see if they will tell the citizens what it is he say. I want them to tell the citizens everything he say.
You tell me what it is he say.
No.
Why?
I ain't doing that.
but I don't find that is fair. If you have information.
No, give it a chance. Give it a chance.
But tell us what
because
he said.
I noticed. Wait now. Let me tell you. They get the people to talk, you know. I used to support them, you know. I used to real get on for them, you know. And them a business with me. They get whoever they get to bring out thing, news, giving them thing, bringing out thing halfway, and I know the news are telling everything what these people saying. I ain't gonna tell you what they say today, but I gonna tell you what Delcy say, and they didn't put it in the news. Delcy make them no play that she have troops in our waters and in the river. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
That she have troops in the river in the Orinoco. right? And that when she came here on the 27th of March in 2020, she met with Keith Christopher Rowley, the Prime Minister, and they signed documents where they and their country and Trinidad have to protect the borders, the waters in the two countries. So as it is, them fishermen in South, where they complaining about the Venezuelan coming up on them, they don't know. And the Prime Minister sitting down there and she damn well know now. She get to find out it have documents signed where they could come in our waters. You hear what I say?
I hear you.
That's the position we reach in. So when she talked the other day and threatened the government and tell them, don't you dare bring the U.S. in our waters, she said that what I just said here. So they ain't telling all everything. They leave out Mr. Rima like many others. So I have no help to give to them. Right now, I don't like how they're treating poor people. I don't like how they're treating we black people because I black. Right? And I don't like that. I wake up a good while before the election and I started to talk different, and certain people didn't like that. When I go up on the live, they're blocking me, all kind of things. So to hell with them. They have to come out. They're staying there, you know. It's war, you know. Them people over there sign it, you know. They sign it with the US and they sign it with we, you know. They draw the line in the sand. So when you see the news come out, I will listen to it. And if they ain't give all the info that Diosdado said today in a
What did
conference.
Diosdado say today?
No. Watch me. You know something, Pastor?
Tell me.
Last night I gave you a video to play so that your viewers will understand why Nicholas jumpy about troops coming in here to attack his country. The man don't want the eastern part of his country attack and invade because it's easy there. And on that side, as I told you last night, they have tourism there. Right? They have all the tourism taking place there and it's beautiful and he don't want them mash up. After oil and gas, that is the income. And that is why they hate us so. That is why they hate this country so. Because she want to bring his big enemy, the United States, in we waters. Right? We're close to their waters to open fire on the eastern part of the country. I know that country good, and the best part to attack them, to running inside of them on the ground is from the east. So play the video and show the people what it is this woman planning or siding, I should say. Let me correct myself. Thing where she don't know about, where she always sleeping and waking up and talking. Shh. Good night.
All right. I still want to find out what the man say. I still want to know what the man say. Caller, you had to call in and tell me, what did this guy say? Boy, Trinidad and Tobago, the world, you're listening to what is going on. You're hearing this. So, Philip Alexander, yeah, have a UNC banner behind him and telling people that whatever he say it for him or for his own self. He ain't saying nothing else. For nobody. He's not speaking on behalf of the party. But that is not true. That is not true. You're not speaking on behalf of your party, of the UNC. And Ms. Bissas have to come out and say that she distanced herself from Philip. Or else we're going to mark it down that you support Philip Alexander and his statements. You hear what I'm saying, Trinidad and Tobago? We have to mark it down.
In some other news, the Indian High Commission is declining to comment on claims made by Government Senator Philip Alexander, who posted on social media that India is prepared to use nuclear weapons to support this country against Venezuela.
However, this afternoon, Alexander himself admitted he has no information to suggest that any such arrangement with India exists.
Any information that India has any sort of arrangement with Trinidad? Do you have any information that India has any sort of arrangement with Trinidad and Tobago for that to take place?
I have no information on that. We have a Minister of CARICOM and Foreign Affairs, and he would be the best person to talk to. Our Prime Minister is very clear, and our Minister of Foreign Affairs said, CARICOM and Foreign Affairs said, we're not responding well to threats. And we know that that is based on the fact that Trinidad has a lot of friends in the world. All of a sudden, everybody wants to be Trinidad's friend since April 28th.
Given it's a sensitive diplomatic topic, if you don't have that information, why would you make such a strong statement like that using the word nuke?
Oh my gosh, it was a live video. And yes, in live videos there would be hyperbole. But the reality of the situation is, the President of the United States of America didn't just send 3 warships, he sent an Ohio-class submarine sitting somewhere at the bottom of the ocean in the southern Caribbean. Trinidad is protected from all of the bluster and the threats that's coming from Venezuela. That is what I was trying to say.
You've been accused of making things worse now. Do you think so?
Did Venezuela call my name? Or is Amory Brown preoccupied with me? Because I find people like Amory Brown preoccupied with me, and I don't want that. I don't want his attention. I don't want them talking about me. What I say is on behalf of Philip Edward Alexander. I'm not crossing any lines with them. They should stay in their lane.
The PM spoke about staying in your lane. Is this staying in your lane?
I think I am going to stay more in my lane after this. Yeah? Have a great day. Food that gonna hurt you this morning. It got burn you in your belly. Trinidad is part of the Indian diaspora. Trinidad has more people of East Indian descent in it than any other race. Let that burn you all wrong by your navel. Oh God, Philip, don't say it now. Let me pretend Trinidad is a black country because I want to tell you. They don't want you to know that the largest group of people in Trinidad and Tobago are of East Indian descent.
Mad people thing, yes, all yeah.
Bongo man, kinky head man. Understand, change your plan, African. Since emancipation you dominated, it's cartel hard work African hated. We just passed 1991, before you pull up your socks, you're pulling it down. I go for my post-mortem to San Fernando. Indian people controlling all the dough. Check Ramutas thing. The Steel King. I walk down High Street, this is what I see. Indian people controlling all the money. Solomon Ghani. Money, money, money. Well, my kinky too, so I feeling shame. It's time for we to join in the Dunza game. I don't want to always walk hanging my head down. African, it's time to turn the knob on. I tell you to rise, African rise. It's time we open we eyes. I want you to raise, my people raise. If you want to see better days, I'm begging you, right, kinky head right. The Indians leaving we behind. I want you to change all them nonsense up. I want all Africans to wake up. This is what I say. Indian people
Very good evening.
Good night, Pastor Google. I'm back again.
Yes, sir.
To expand on what Mr. Remo was saying, so I'm about to bust a bubble. All right, the claim comes from Venezuelan authorities such as Diosdado Cabello, who reports the capture of Levi Enrique Lopez Batiz, an alleged DEA agent with 3,680 kilograms of cocaine with 4 individuals in a supposed operation to frame Venezuela. There are no independent verifications or official response from the DEA so far. The main source is Telesur and El Nacional. I sent you the video for that raid. And if you Trinidadians want to see what a drug boat is, what a real drug boat is that has real drugs, look at the video that I just sent to Pastor Google. The entire video, the entire boat is painted in blue. So it's like a camouflage kind of thing, so it can't be detected in the ocean. But what the United States is now finding out is Venezuela has, for the past couple of years, have underwater artificial intelligence drones patrolling its water. So anything that tries to get into Venezuelan borders gets caught just like that. So they caught a really big haul today with cocaine. Check it out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look for the video now. Yeah, man, I'm gonna look for the video now. So you say you sent me a video. Let me go and look for the video. All right. I'm going to look for the video now. So those of you who are on the live, let us go and look for the video. What do you say? Gonna look for the video? We're gonna look for the video. All right. Let's take a look at the video. Let's take in the video.
Line, line. Ding, 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 line. I was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pan they get 19 seats and he run and give a speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me Crooks and Panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections proved to me stick breaking black man air. They don't hear. So don't expect me to jam your prime minister. No, don't tell me. I stopped drinking bush tea for your fever. I said no, don't tell me. Cause you ain't do it once, but you did it twice. Elections gone, is you choose Barabbas in front of Christ. So if you notice your little daughter bringing home a grand, because Camilla sent she to a school inside the Bitam, and when she bring home the baby father, the man like more sex than Panday. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I have nothing to say. My personal comments I will reserve. You got a government you deserve. To complain to me now, boy, you got some nerve. You got a government you deserve. Try my best to put sense in black man head. The consequence I was not afraid. But when I see Keith and Daphne on TV, deep in my heart I felt betrayed. Cause I remember in 1998 I got chastised when I sing my song. But if I did like game I would have take out she name and deceitfully win me crown. UNC corrupt like hell, but Satmaraj wouldn't say so. As black man open me mouth, he find that man in should go. To these negative response from the black man, I'm not surprised, because I've come to one conclusion: today black man is his own demise. He ain't wise. So don't tell me nothing about the EBC. No, don't tell me, because I know some of you vote for UNC. I said no, don't tell me. Don't tell me that they cancel the URP, and how you can't get work to maintain your family. So if you end up just like a criminal on the run, because all the promise promises that they make, they ain't keeping none. And civil servants can't get their back pay, plus yourself can't get a 10 days. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I wouldn't be amazed. My little knowledge now I must preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
To protest of them now it take plenty nerve. You get a government you deserve. It's from the public I get my lyrics. You just give me inspiration. You just give me the strength and courage to slaughter them politicians. But when I see you supporting Panday and condoning all that is wrong, it's like giving me bread and a full glass of milk, then you talk
and kick it down. Hey, I'm back with you. Oh gosh. Yeah, nah. Constructive Talk is a boss program to watch, you know. I myself just go back and look it over and think, you know. As watch it over, as watch to see my mistakes, watch to see what I need to improve on, and on top of that, as watch the content of the show. Here now, take a look at this. Take a look at this. Oh yeah. Interesting, eh? Interesting, eh? Interesting, eh? I'm taking all your calls. I'm taking all your calls. What's the number to call? Anybody know? If you don't know the number to call, this is the number to call.
The number to call in live on Constructive Talk is 1-868-464-7003.
So taking your calls. Touch base with me now. Tell me what are your thoughts about what you just saw. I mean, thank the caller very much for sharing that with me. Ms. Arima, you have to message me on the WhatsApp number so that I'll know, because I get so much messages, Miss Arima, that you have to message me on the WhatsApp line and type Miss Arima so that I will know that it is you. Hello, good evening.
Pastor.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Well, nothing that individual, no life that individual makes really interest me or impress me. So he can make life from now until he pass away, God forbid. That about me. But this video I'm seeing here, I try to understand why are they watching here?
A drug boss in Venezuela?
So them carrying drugs in the waters.
Oh.
So who really trafficking drugs?
Oh.
This no, I cannot understand what I cannot consider. So I cannot understand why are they watching here?
Yeah. Well, let me try to understand it.
You carry drugs in the people waters, and you are accusing the people of trafficking drugs.
Wow.
They should melt. They should lock the money and melt that key. Let's go on.
All right. Call us and they should melt the kiwi. Well, let us come up with some kind of things. Well, let us come up with some kind of things, boy. They should melt the kiwi, man. Say, you know. Where's your view? Where's all of you? The time now in Trinidad and Tobago, it is 10:21. And yeah, you're locked on to Constructive Talk with me, Pastor Google. This music taking me back to the radio days, man.
Will we stop falling into the same trap? Oh, when
so I'm taking your calls on 464-7003.
That the further we stray from Jehovah's roadmap.
Let me say thank you to those of you who consistently, every time, every day that I'm on,
there's no better way in this world.
You come onto the live and you make the program what it is. So I want to personally say thank you to all of you.
It's the best. No philosophy, no creed could ever supersede what the Holy Bible, wonderful oracle, showing the people. Oh yeah, and two shall be in the field, one shall be taken. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Every stone shall be upturned and false doctrine shaken, while God's truth and his people are lifted high. Yeah, the Father never needed religion or systems of it. His words stand.
So I'm just reminding you that tomorrow evening at number 24 Knox Street, Port of Spain,
God's promises,
City Hall, Port of Spain, on Thursday the 18th, which is tomorrow,
lead them on, yeah,
at 5 p.m.
when God leads my leaders,
the People's National Movement consultation on Stand Your Ground.
Serious thing now, well hear the message in the rhythm. Oh yeah,
so make sure and be a part of it. The People's National Movement political public consultation on Stand Your Ground legislation
with falsehood
on Thursday the 18th of September 2025 at 5 p.m. at City Hall, Port of Spain, number 24 Knox Street, Port of Spain.
Some would burn you at the stake, rock you and wheel you out.
So be a part of it.
Or even doubt.
I think I would be a part of it tomorrow. So tomorrow there'll be no program. No Constructive Talk tomorrow.
But Jesus said come freely.
Tomorrow all roads lead to the PNM public consultation on Stand Your Ground legislation.
Say two shall be in the field, one shall.
On Thursday the 18th, which is tomorrow, September 2025, 5 p.m.
Only one will fly.
At City Hall, Port of Spain, 2 to 4 Knox Street.
Satan,
truth, and his people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. His truth stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. No man true government is when God leads my leaders. Oh, oh yeah.
You know, there's some people who saying that, you know, in the midst of all of what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago, the PNM need to start a protest, set up protests all over the place. Please bear in mind that we're still in ISO, yeah?
Affecting the vagrant on the pavement. We want a leader that is heaven sent. Oh, oh, oh.
Please bear in mind that we're still in an SOE.
Yes, etc. Deny God or decide to just patronize.
And remember, we dealing with a government that can switch any which way they choose to at any time. 1 minute they might tell you no gathering.
To bury, for marriage, and to baptize. Amen. Check the first two presidents of the United States of America. They were Orthodox, practicing Christians. Because they missed.
Somebody say, why Pastor Google why Pastor does do we that? Why? You have plenty time.
Two shall be in the field. Once.
Let me take this. Oh Lord, Father God. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good night.
Good evening.
Well, we can't keep our good man down. I'm going to have your TCS back. But Pastor Google, I sent you a video that, and I know that your colleague is a big player in the UNC, Austin Rogers. You know him? Right now, I'm looking for him. You remember for about 5 fortnights.
Who is Austin? I don't know. I don't know who is that.
You must know who is that, Pastor Google.
I don't know who is that.
But you never hear about him?
No.
But I sent the article with him there.
But I don't know who it is. I have no idea. I don't know what he look like. You just come on my program talking about somebody I don't know about.
All right, but you're looking for him. Can I find him?
I just tell you. Hey. I just tell you.
All right.
I don't know who the person is. I have no idea what they look like. And you coming on my program creating a bacchanal about this person. I don't want that.
I must remember girl, and she know where she politics. And I tell her, yeah, she know that you see what she come back home. She come back home early.
Come back home. Wait. When they say she come back home, what do you mean by that? Because you was never a PNM, so you mean by she come back home.
But she was at UNC, but right. she had attended PNM, but she was supporting UNC 2015. Right. But she come back to the PNM.
Right. Because she fed up.
But where Alexander say, the kind of racing all this push. You know how much is Indian in this country? If all these Indian come together, PNM have an election.
Let me ask you something. You as an African young man, do you accept what Philip Alexander says about black people?
So go not go in there because African.
No, I am asking you a question. As a young black man, do you accept what Philip Alexander says about black people?
No comment. Bless.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening again. Sheep. That we call our sheep, you know. Lamb to the slaughter. People like those who look like me and you is who sell me. You hear what the man said? He agree. If all the Indians in Trinidad and Tobago vote, didn't the present Prime Minister sing that same song for us? If all the Indians in Trinidad and Tobago vote, the PNM can't beat them. He's saying the same thing. When you expect Pastor will equal to tell you that Dumb and Dumber get a program, and so what?
Would they get on 91.90?
Well, me ain't know, and I don't want to know, so I don't know what you call here for. Teacher that listening. Why he, if they get a program, why isn't he there and he's there? He should be there. So he come to embarrass himself, no comment. That's why I tell you, Philip was singing to a particular group of people because they not gonna do as doesn't want to call them dotish. I just feel embarrassed when I am better or people that look like me come because he comes out to try to embarrass a man to tell the man is a UNP. But I don't think he's a UNP and not a PNM. We don't know him. So he comes to put your program in problem by calling a man name who could come here now to sue we for allowing he to come to talk his stupidness. If you work for the man, you know which party you work for? Which party went and signed up for the work? That way, which party went and signed up for the job? It must have an office. You go back there and see if you get money. They don't come here. This is no charity case here. Or get a good lawyer. Keep a fine Anna.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your night.
Yeah, man. Hello, good evening.
Pastor, good night. Me again. Pastor, are you in any way shocked?
About what?
The answer your last call again.
No.
When it put him on his spot.
No, I do. I expected him to say yes.
How did I say yes?
I expected him to say yes. He agreed, Philip Alexander.
Them for them have to storyline. Them for them can't think for themselves. They must storyline. You expect to say he disagree? I like how put on this spot. You see, he's still not going and gone fast because you have them have to think for them must storyline. Because I, as a black man, have an issue with a man who looks nothing like me. But every chance you get, talk about me.
Yes.
I have a big problem with that. He looks nothing like me.
Thank you very much.
He knows. He looks nothing like me. He knows nothing about my history. But every chance you get, he talk about me. He doesn't have money. What do you know about me? We know the my ancestor was kidnapped and brought here over a whole ocean. Where come from? We come from. So I have an issue with a man who knows nothing about me or my history. The first thing is talk about me. He knows nothing about me. That's an insult.
All right.
But anyhow, I don't know who we get check. We do so whether it's a more say another African trainer.
I don't know where they get that from, but that's what they believe. That's what they believe. You have to leave them where they believe.
Yeah, well, it's all right the G1 believe. All right.
Yep.
I'll go on.
Thank you very much, man. All right. Let's take some more of your calls. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
All right, good evening. This is the caller, second time caller. The post that you posted on with Philip Alexander is basically unethical, and I think that the Prime Minister should basically pull him in for fitness and let him apologize to the nation.
Right.
Because this is a multicultural society, and such derogatory term against any ethnicity should not tolerate in society. As a teacher in Trinidad and Tobago, most of my students have already saw it on Facebook and they were not pleased about it. Also, Trinidad is an economy where a lot of foreign students come to this country to study. And if people in high authority behave like that with no decorum, etc., whereby they are carrying the image of Trinidad and Tobago, based on the personality in the speech, it could deter a lot of foreigners from not coming here to study, etc. So I think that he has to apologize, or the minister talk to him in order to apologize, because that is basically sending a bad precedent and a poor image of Trinidad and Tobago to the cultural society and also to the CARICOM region, because people in the other CARICOM region saw it. Facebook is all over. I think you need to fix that one time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your call. Thank you very, very much. You're listening. Hope you're listening to what people are saying, you know. I hope you all are listening to what people are saying. All right. Let's take some more of your calls here. Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google, good night, sir. How are you doing, sir?
I am all right, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Pastor Google, that opinion of Mr. Philip Alexander, that comment from Mr. Alexander, I totally put the blame on the Honorable Prime Minister, Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. And the reason why I put that blame on her, she has promoted that for many years, a division to divide this country. And she has never taken these men and women under her and let them know that is not the right way as a leader. I place the blame totally on her. She has to take responsibility. And Mr. Alexander has to apologize to the country for his words. Those are very divisive words. Trinidad is a multicultural country. We are very diverse, and that is not a representation of Trinidad and Tobago. But as I said, I put that blame totally on the political leader and the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Thank you, Mr. Pastor Google.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Continue to take your calls right here on Constructive Talk.
Good afternoon, Pastor Gull. As I make a mistake and say, a big man in the UNC, no boy like Austin Rogers, but a big player in the PNM, but he get all the contractor bill houses in Oasis at 5.
Benjamin, I don't know who you're talking about. Again, I have no idea of who you speak of. I don't know what you're talking about. Please leave me out all the bacchanal. Please and thanks. Please and thanks. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know the man. I know not the man of who you speak of. All right? I know not the man of who you speak of. So please, leave me out of your drama. And if you're going to continue to be discussing this gentleman, I will have to block you. Sir. All right? Once I am aware of you calling and you're going to be making statements about the gentleman, I will have to block you. Cool? All right? All right. So we continue to take your calls on 464-7003. 464-7003.
The number to call in live on Constructive Talk is 1-868-464.
Hello, good night, Pastor.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Pastor, I just want to share a opinion here. You don't think it's possible the government trying to escalate a military hostility between USA and Venezuela expeditiously to delay the announcement of the budget date? Whereas if you do that, you'll create a scenario by avoiding paying the public servants the 10% and possibly keep the country in a state of emergency for an indefinite period. So all this thing about these statements being made while about India will nuke and Venice and the Prime Minister shouting out at one point that shoot them violently or kill them violently. You don't feel that they're trying to escalate a war to delay the budget debate? To the budget date?
You really think they will go so far, boy?
But if you say a statement, party before country, think about it.
Bridget,
the extremes these people go to.
I don't want to believe that. I really, you see right now, between me and you, I really, really don't want to believe that. Honestly.
All right. Well, it's something we're supposed to be considering, eh? Because this is the UNC, the current government in politics now.
Well, you're going to know why.
All right, Pastor. Have a good night.
Same to you, sir. So, Leona, I just see this on I do believe Trinidad. That's how real time to waste it. What is that? Oh gosh. Hey, Trinidadians, only good to know why. Only sweet, yes. Only in Trinidad and Tobago. Only in Trinidad and Tobago. Only, you know. Somebody, he say, listen, I don't get paid to think. I am what you call oh gosh. Hey, Trinidad and Tobago, only not nice. Only need to stop it. But the caller made a point. Only believe, yes or no on the live. Let me get interactive on the live. Only agree with what the caller say, that this is a delayed tactic. Only believe that? Only believe that this is a delayed tactic by the UNC? Yes or no? Just type it on Facebook and on YouTube. Quickly, yes, no. Do you believe that this is a delayed tactic by the government of Trinidad and Tobago? You believe it is a delayed tactic? If you believe it's a delayed tactic, let me see you. Yes or no? Quickly, I'm taking calls to yes or no. Hello, good evening.
Dear Pastor Go, anything is possible with these people. Anything is possible with these people. Them is desperate people. They never could tell what they have up the sleeve.
All right.
I wouldn't doubt what I'm saying.
All right. Thank you very much. So somebody saying on the live, yes, 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 nah. Somebody said no. Somebody said yes, yes. Yes, yes. What is something? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so on YouTube, everybody agreeing that it may just be a delayed tactic. What you all saying on Facebook? I wonder what you all are saying on Facebook. Let me see if I can see what you all are saying on Facebook. All right, on Facebook, what are you all saying? Do you agree with the caller that this might just be a delayed tactic to rile up the Venezuelans to try to destabilize the country so that we may not have a budget day and they can carry on the SOE? Someone said no on Facebook, so let's wait to see. Oh boy, people on YouTube are accepting, saying yes, boy. Some people on YouTube saying yes. Wow, let's see what Facebook is saying. I only have one no on Facebook so far. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. You hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I'm calling from outside. I think I would have a more objective view of the situation than most people who are in the city in it.
Okay, you need to load down. I think you have a fan or something blowing into your microphone. I need to load down.
Just hold on. Yeah. I've been listening to the program for quite a while.
Thank you.
What I realize is we are not dealing with the root of the problem.
What's the root of the problem?
As it relates to the Venezuela issue. What exactly is it? Is it a situation where you have more people taking drugs now than before? Is the drugs causing more break-ins and stuff like that? Or is it a situation where, I think this is a more crucial one. The arms that is coming in Trinidad and Tobago, I think that's of more concern than the drugs, because drugs been there since probably way back before Pandey and Patrick Manning and everybody, and this present administration. So we have to ask ourselves, where are those guns coming from? I think that is the main issue in Trinidad that you need to worry about, because the drugs is protected by the guns. You look at Haiti and all of those islands, Jamaica, it's flooded with U.S. guns. I personally believe, I could be wrong, but I personally believe that it's a deliberate act where they're pushing their guns into the Caribbean to destabilize the region. When you destabilize, you'd be able to put any regime in power that would be able to support your cause, right? Look, I'm going to go to another topic now. I've heard, I think what's her name, Kiesel, talking about preparing shelters and things like that, We have to ask ourselves, is there anywhere in Trinidad or anywhere in the Caribbean that has shelters for war? Not one country has shelters. We don't have bunkers. Venezuela has missiles. They have drones in excessive amounts right now, because I think they're even manufacturing drones too. They're not only importing. We don't know with the relationship that they have with Iran and the USSR and even China, if they were able to purchase. I'm not saying that that's the case, but the hypersonic missiles that US doesn't even have an answer to. Because remember that the United States run from Yemen, little Yemen, because of the missiles that was hitting their ships at sea. They signed an agreement with them. So I don't understand why this administration is looking for war. I have seen war. I'm right from Belmont Valley there, but I live outside, and I could tell you I've seen war. And one of the countries, that country has probably one of the highest rates of cancer in the Caribbean. And we don't know. We don't know what the cause is. And it could very well be linked to the ammunition, the explosives and things, the bombs and things that they used. Why are you asking for war? I could definitely see that the Prime Minister is asking for war. She has to be a crazy person. I cannot and have not seen any video relating to Guyana being threatened. There is always little talk leading up to elections in Venezuela. When you want to vote, you talk the talk about the Essequibo region. But there has never been anything significant. The U.S. had forces in the Essequibo region for quite a long time now. They're training for the Guyanese force, defense force, to be able to handle if in case of anything. Guyana is saying less than Trinidad and Tobago is saying. What is going on? Then I'm going to go to Philip Alexander. No, he has to be a crazy man. Something is wrong with Philip. Philip is just echoing the sentiments of those who he surrounds or surround him, whatever the case be, because he's only one person. And we have to be careful. I am of East Indian descent, but I can't stomach the kind of stupidness that I'm hearing. You're really getting out of line. But the whole thing is, I really wish and I hope that war does not occur. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Trinidad would get it and get it hard, because I know the range of these little drones and them. And if they send a drone swarm to you, bet your bottom dollar, some of them will get you. And they will look for infrastructure in Trinidad that they could put down, and you'll be down for quite a while.
Wow.
They would look for that.
So I
don't think they care too much about the politicians.
No, I wouldn't say that because when you hear the Venezuelans and they referring to Trinidad and Tobago, they talk to the politicians. They don't talk to the nation. When they're talking to politics. But when you hear Ms. Rodriguez, she's referring to the Prime Minister. When you hear the Defense Minister, he's referring to the Prime Minister. So to top it off, when he was referring to the gas deal, the Dragon deal, he referred to Mr. Young, and he knows the difference between the two governments.
Yeah, so, yes, definitely.
Yeah, so that is something.
We think they don't listen.
Yeah, but for me, looking on and what you were saying just now, I had my dad on with me some time ago, and he was sharing the same sentiments that what they're trying to do is to overthrow the regime, overthrow the government, but they have to do it. They have to find a way. So they have to spread the narrative of the drugs. So when they spread that narrative about the drug trade, and then they're bombing up little boats, pirogues in the sea, and saying that's because of drugs look, we're dealing with this. People are going with that narrative.
From day one, you would have realized that I've sent you some videos from different news agencies in the United States showing the pirogues and things like that, and them blowing it up.
Yeah.
Nowhere else in the world do you see the United States blowing up fishing boats.
And that is why one of their Senate persons was saying that what he is doing is against the law. He even goes as far as to say that law. Yeah, and what he was saying is that if other countries were to take the precedent that they set in Venezuela for American boats, they cannot say, hey, no.
Exactly. Because I know our fishermen are afraid to go out. I would assume that yours is afraid to go out too.
Where are you calling exactly? Where are you calling me from?
Grenada.
Oh, thanks for calling, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling, and please don't be a stranger.
I listen all the time, and I send you things to try to strengthen your case whenever you are
dealing with a matter.
Yeah.
I want to thank you. I really want to thank you for coming in and chiming in and sharing with us here in Trinidad and Tobago. I saw where your Prime Minister would have said that he and all stand with the CARICOM, where it's a region that is remaining a zone of peace. And I must say that that is something that we need to continue to promote and to push. Because I remember CARICOM, one of the CARICOM leaders was saying that, hey, when you're doing things like that, if you're going to bomb let us know. Trump do it again and he didn't let them know.
Well, he said it's 3 boats they bombing all.
It's 3?
He said so.
Wow.
I think I sent you a video on that,
I'm going to look and see. Just send me a message tonight. Just send me a message on WhatsApp saying you're Grenada friend, and I will look for it. And I'll come and visit Grenada.
The other thing that I missed out.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I said I'll come and visit Grenada.
Okay. The other thing that I realize is that the Prime Minister is sort of shunning CARICOM somewhat.
Yes, she is.
And she is. I'm seeing it, and the rest of the Caribbean is seeing it. Bet your bottom dollar they're looking at what is going on.
Yeah.
Because I think Trinidad had drawn unnecessary attention to itself.
Yep.
Without the capability of being able to handle situations of conflict with a country that is armed as Venezuela is. You're looking at a population in Venezuela of around 28 million people. You have about 8 million people outside of the country. We also have to be aware of the fact that the people who left the country are not necessarily among the poorest class. You're talking about middle class and upper class. The upper class would not come to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
The middle class they come out here because things are tough on them with the sanctions. So the sanctions is the beginning of the problem.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, they don't want the United States or any country from any part of the world coming and getting their oil for free or almost free. So these very people that are in Trinidad now, they are looking to go back home, hoping that, because it's not long ago that Venezuela was a country that was drowning in money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They were paying something like about 26 cents US per gallon just a few years back.
Yep.
Before the pressure was turned down on them, 26 cents. Yeah. Even when the migration started and people started going to the other South American countries, people were taking their cars from Venezuela, drive across the border, sell the gas, and go back to Venezuela. Venezuelans want to go back home. And we treat them sometimes like dogs. That's something that we have to be very careful about.
Yeah.
Yes, there are criminal elements within, like any other country around the world. You know, and they're under pressure. So they do things to survive. It's not right. I would not condone it.
Yeah.
But those are the evils that we live with, you know?
Well, let me
so,
thank
Pastor,
you.
I'll leave way for other callers. First time caller to your program, and as a matter of fact, I don't even call any programs at all. First time I call a program.
Well, let me thank you very, very much, and please don't be a stranger.
Yeah, I can't take it, so I had to call.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right.
All right, man. Wow. So we're talking about constructive talk, drawing listeners from as far as Grenada. Only talk to me now. Talk to me now. Only talk to me now. Only talking to me now. Talk to me now. We join listeners all the way from Grenada, calling in and sharing their view. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Pastor.
Hey, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm okay. Hearing you better tonight. That was a brilliant call from Grenada.
Yeah, man.
I thought he called was Canada, you know. I didn't know it was Grenada.
Yeah, man.
And Venezuela is not developed. It's very close to being a developed country, right? It has subway, it has cities in Venezuela, just like if you go to New York or any part of America. You understand? And plenty of people don't know that. But Venezuela problem started when Hugo Chavez nationalized the oil industry. Meaning that the profits stand no middleman there again. It belongs to us, and we'll maximize the profits from the oil for our benefits. And that's where the problem with America started, because we used to benefit in the Caribbean from cheap oil from Venezuela.
Okay.
And America tried all out to try and get between. So they bring out a system where I can't remember exactly, but it made it more difficult for them to make the oil and the gas affordable to our Caribbean brothers and sisters. And Exxon and all these big time brand name oil companies are going to go in, and it's the same problem they have now. Right? They stop the people their money, they take all the gold, they seize the deposits in the banks, hoping the citizens will overthrow the government. That is why there was back in Guaido, right? To extent. Well, that is in this later wrongs here, but from earlier on, it started from since that time with Chavez, and it came down to the point where with Maduro now, they tried to label him now a drug trafficker and all type of things so that they could go and take the people them oil. Now they don't have the same problem in Guyana, right? Because Guyana have no funds ready to, you understand? But with Venezuela now, they are a much more developed place. The people them know how to run the thing, and America do like that. And that is a real problem. Concerning our guns, let us not forget the issue when Mr. Gary Griffith was our commissioner of police. I don't know if that investigation is still going on. And the numerous amount of arms and ammunition, you know, the extraordinary amount of guns and ammunition that was ordered under his tenure within that 3-year period, right? The amount of men get gun license. The bacchanal broke out with the people, them, with the soldiers and them who was in charge.
SWAT.
Right. Dr. Rowley had was a fire who and this and that and replace who and say, let us not forget all these things. So when I hear these men and them talking like if there's patriots, all of them, they come across like they're trying to undermine our democracy. There is only talk conveniently, right? You can tell people that Dr. Rowley is a man who very ethical, right? Because he's the first man who called you when your wife was going through her health problems. But when it's convenient to you, it's trying to make the world feel Dr. Rowley is a fool and a dictator. And that is why I can't take with people like Gary Griffith and Philip Alexander. Because it has changed like 24 hours. Right? Today they say one thing, the next day you can't have leaders like that in the country. And the whole government, this whole government made up of people like that. From the Prime Minister come right down. They say things yesterday and they come and say something today and then they say something else tomorrow. And nobody is holding them to account. Just like Donald Trump, we come to accept, well, that is Donald Trump way. So we come to accept now that is Kamala Processor Bissessa way. Right? You could talk all you want like if you're in a rum shop or if you're in a fish market. Right? Forgetting that you lead in a population of about 1,400,000 people. Right? And you have a duty and a responsibility to ensure that we keep this area as a peace zone. Thanks a lot, Pastor. I might have more to say, but thanks very much for this call.
Thank you very much for being a part of Constructive Talk. So, Trinidad and Tobago and by extension the world, I have to say by extension the world, eh? Here's why I have to say thank you. Here's why I say I'll talk to you guys Monday. Yeah, Monday. I'm going to the consultation tomorrow.
A leader, how to choose a leader.
So thank you very, very much again for being a part of Constructive Talk. Talk to you guys on Monday. Monday, please God. On Monday, I suppose by next week I should have someone from Tobago joining us.
The plan that we call Trinbay.
The minority leader, Mr. Kelvin Morris. On Wednesday, you're going to have my dad, who's going to have a guest with him.
Side like African, and the next prefer East Indian. But
and on Thursday,
leaders is at this.
See how it goes.
Yeah, why? Because a leader.
So thank you all very, very much for being with me this evening on Constructive Talk.
Able to motivate and then mobilize.
Thank you to my Grenada caller, my American callers, my Trinidadian callers.
John is clear.
Thank you all very, very much for making the show what it is. Constructive.
Oh yes, a leader.
I'll talk to you guys on Monday. Have a blessed weekend, everyone.
Wrapped up in ego, a rock band always picking fights. Not a tyrant or a dictator. That is not what this country needs. That will only make my nation lead. His first goal should be service, not self-advancement or greed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Oh, good leaders are born, not made. Setting standards is get trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears. And though he can, don't always dominate. Because a leader must be blessed with wisdom also.
The information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
Is just for you. My intention was to give you this letter when election was true. But since Dr. Rowley was stepping down, I figured I couldn't wait. I'm reading it now. I'm reading it now. Before it's too late. Before it's too late. I hear people say the PNM wasting the nation's time. I hear people say the UNC go scrape every last dime. And some couldn't choose between bad and worse, so I had to write this plea for the next leader of this country. Cause we need to see a nation full of success. We need a leader addicted to progress. Someone who's not here for the money and always giving us transparency. A leader with a clear destination and a direction that we will see. Most respectfully, to whom this may be. Some people say bad politics slowing this nation down, and some people